What is up, everybody? Today is day 1 of week 2, and I'm really excited to get into this one because we're going to be taking measurements today for new flooring, and we're going to be testing out some paint samples and seeing what kind of look we want to go for. I have something in mind, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, we're going to be taking measurements of the flooring, the sinks, the tub. I've decided that I want to take out the old tub. I stood in it and it's too raised above the ground, and the shower head is like level with my eyes, so it doesn't even reach the top of my head. So ideally I want to put in a shower pan rather than a tub, because it has like a little bench, and I couldn't even take a bath in there if I wanted to, even if there was no bench. It's just way too small. I can't even take a bath in a regular sized bathtub. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get the measurements for the sink. I want to put in a new bathroom sink, possibly a new kitchen sink, but I have no issues with this one. I think it'll do just fine. And yeah, today's gonna be sort of a miscellaneous day. I want to get on the roof. It's really hot out today, so I want to scrape off some of the old whatever sealant they used up there. There's some white stuff that's all cracked and peeling. I'm assuming it was just a paint, so I want to scrape that off. And then there's some areas that I want to check out and see what I'm gonna need to address them. I'm just gonna get probably a Dicor roof kit and just redo the whole thing. I'm just hoping that it'll stick to what's currently there. It's like a welded elastomer, and it has the rocky like shingle coating added in some areas, so it seems like it would be a surface that silicone or whatever would stick well to because it's so porous, but I'm not 100% sure. So if anyone knows, please leave a comment below. I'll obviously show you some video of the roof so you know what it looks like, but yeah, with that being said, let's get to it. One other thing I'm doing today is measuring my window areas. This one's fine, and that one's fine, but this one, and this one, and this one, and I'll probably leave those ones without curtains, but I got this really nice curtain, and it's kind of the colors that I wanted to put in the RV, like grays and off-whites and yellow. I didn't really want black in here, but there's black appliances, so that kind of works. But yeah, I'm measuring for the kitchen right now, and I think it was 16 inches long. Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can get it to fit, the rest of it to fit on this one. And then I'm gonna be doing probably a bluish bathroom, so it'll be different color than the rest of the RV. So I think I'll get a different kind of curtain for there. So if I can get that and that would be perfect. And I'll probably get like off-white, kind of like see-through sort of ones for here, because this is just a blackout blind. There's no curtain here, but it would be nice to have a curtain just as a privacy, but still let light in. So I think that's the route I'm gonna take on those. The one in the back there, and this one here. So yeah, I'll measure the other one and hopefully it'll be all good. So fortunately enough, I measured this window, and it's like exact. Like I have just enough. I have to make one precise cut, hem that one, because this one's already hemmed for a vertical hang. The other one has to be a horizontal hang because of the shape of the window. So I'll hem that, and then that's that. I just need rods, because I don't really like the Velcro mean, it works. It holds it up, but I don't know how well it will hold it up. And I want to be able to like just slide it over and then just kind of tie it up and tuck it away. Tie a knot around itself like a bell knot and just tuck it away out of the window, rather than folding it up, putting another Velcro and then just having it hang there. I'd rather just slide it out of the way. It's a lot easier, I find, and I think it'll just look better. So yeah, with that being said, I think today I'm also gonna possibly wash the outside so that I can seal a couple of the windows on the outside where like the glass meets the trim, not the like part where the frame meets the RV. I don't have I want to get Proflex RV sealer. I don't have that yet, so I'm gonna wait to do all of the seams and stuff another time. But I think getting a wash and doing the windows, like there's a big piece in the back right there that's like completely off, and then a couple little spots on some of the other windows. So I think that's what we're gonna do after we check out these paint samples. Alrighty, so for the bathroom I've chosen these two shades. This one I think is a bit too dark since it's a pretty small space. I don't want to close it off even more. Initially I was really liking this one, but in the sunlight it looks really light. Obviously paint goes on darker than, like when it's fully dried it'll be a bit darker than that. The samples are never truly accurate, but I feel like this may be the better option. From far away you can still tell it's blue. It doesn't look so washed out by the white light. Let's see if I put it, okay, never mind. If I put it this way, you can see that still, even if it's in the direct sunlight, it's still pretty blue. In person it probably looks a bit different. If you think I should go really dark, let me know. I personally don't think it would be a great idea. If it's not in the sun it looks really dark. In the sun it looks really nice, but the middle one still has that good blue hue to it. And yeah, those are my options for that. Oh, also side note, I took out this little wall here. It was like a half wall that was open, this was closed. It's right here. The reason I took it out is because it was uneven on the bottom, because the wood's there, the subfloor, and then the like subfloor. I don't even know what you would call it. It's like the base of the whole house area. Behind that is just ground, so it's like a separator. It was like bent, like it wasn't straight, and I couldn't get it to go straight for the life of me. It was like jammed all weird. So I'm thinking, initially I was gonna put a door here, so if I had stuff there I could just slide it out this way instead of lifting up the whole bed compartment. But I figure I may as well just close it off, and if need be I can put a door here that drops down, or something of that sort. But I think I'm just gonna close it off all the way across and just have it like perfectly lined up straight on this wood there. And it was funny because here, oh, I got some more dirt and carpeting and all sorts of nasty stuff. I gotta vacuum again now, so. But I found two different types of flooring that were there. It's like this beige one. They're both vinyl stick-on, and then it's like this old greenish fake tile. And I just thought that was pretty interesting. They just laid flooring on top of flooring on top of flooring there. So, yeah. So for the cabinets, I have these options. This is not a cabinet option, but I just have it there to see how it will look with everything else. And this one is also not a cabinet option. It is what I'll be replacing majority of the white paint with. For example, this wall, the back wall's there, and that's honestly pretty much it. It'll be like here, these will be this color. See how this is a bright white? This is a little bit softer. I'm not a fan of super bright whites. This has a bit of a warm color to it. It's hard to see on camera, but I'll be doing the quarter rounds in this color. This wall, yeah, you can tell here it's a bit more off-white. Yeah, so this area will be this color. Excuse me, but this area will be that blue. So it'll be like blue, off-white. These will be a grayish color, to a light gray to liven up the space. This I'll be putting tile. I'm either gonna do it from here around to here and down, or I'm gonna do it just here to here and leave this one wall here as a brick wall. I think if I choose the right tile to match the brick, it would look good, because I also will have brick on this side, so it'll kind of be brick. I've decided I'm probably not going to replace the brick that's here. I'm just going to add some caulking, and hopefully it'll make it a little more seamless. But I do like how it looks, so I'm going to leave that, and possibly leave that. I'll have it on both sides, and then in the middle I'll have tile, or I'll wrap it around from like there down across, and then just that part will be brick. So undecided, but we'll see. So yeah, this will be the wall color. If I don't put anything here, this will also be this color. It looks a bit yellow in this lighting, but it's not really yellow, it's more of a beige. In the dark, you can definitely tell the difference between that and white. From far away it looks weird, but up close it looks normal. I think it's just the way the camera picks it up. But in person, I think it looks pretty good. Maybe a tad dark now that I'm looking at it, but I think with the other colors, it'll definitely change the space. And I'm trying to go for a warmer, bohemian type look. So it's called Zen. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna put new wallpaper here, but if I don't, this will probably also be that color. But I'd like to put new wallpaper here. It's kind of padded, which is interesting. So here we go. I've got our colors to choose from. It's between this one, and this one. So this one is probably the darkest gray one. It has the most actual gray tones. This one is a lot lighter, but it's got a bit of a brownish hue to it. It's so hard to see on this camera. I'm sorry, guys. It's called dried mushrooms. This is called sketch paper. And this is called gray drizzle. And this one is more, it's a really nice gray. I actually really like it. But it's a cold tone, not a warm tone. So I'm not sure if it would match the rest of my options that I've picked out. That's a warm tone. The yellow would be a warm tone if I choose to go with the yellow. The yellow would be on this wall here. Just this back wall. It's the first wall you see when you come in the door. it'll be my accent wall, and it'll match all the other accent pieces that I have, like the curtain, pillows, and whatever else. And it'll definitely brighten up the space. It'll be more lively. And yeah, so I'm thinking if I were to go with this yellow, because I think this is a bit too bright and this is a bit too washed out. Kind of looks like when you smoke cigarettes in the house and then the walls turn yellow. I've been to a few people's houses and it's like that. It's pretty crazy. So I think this would be the best bet. It's not too bright, but this is also pretty nice as well. It depends on what light you're looking at it in. In the sunlight, this doesn't seem too bright, but in the dark, it seems very vibrant and almost too, like, I don't want it to be like too yellow, and then at nighttime it's like you can't really settle down. So yeah, it's either this one or this one. I don't think this one is gonna play out well unless I change my mind about this paint strip and I go with something a little more cold tone rather than warm tone. But I don't think that'll be the case. If I do end up changing that, it'll still be more of a warm tone. So yeah, it's either sketch paper or dried mushrooms. Put this again. I think that looks pretty good, but they seem very, very similar, like super close in color. This is only a tad bit more gray. But with this one, you can definitely tell the difference. And I do want them to be a gray and not just a washed out off brown, gray, white color. So I think sketch paper might be the one. I've liked it the best in all scenarios. This was initially my number one, but it's also seems really, really light now that I have it in here, and I think that this and whoa, run away. I think these three here would look super good together. So, and I think this is called Cool Lemonade. And I love lemonade, so maybe it's a sign. So yeah, I think it might be Zen, sketch paper, and Cool Lemonade. And for the bathroom, I think I'm gonna go with Drakkar, which was the slightly darker middle slot. So I think we've made good progress there. I may go and get more paint samples, some that are more in the gray area rather than the brown, and not the cool grays, like the warm grays. And instead of yellow, I think I might try out a green. But I think yellow is going to be the one. But yeah, Zen's pretty good. I might find another option for that as well. But I think that's where my head's at. So let me know what you think about that. And little spider, he just climbed all the way up. I'm gonna take him outside. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Okay, so I got a little sidetracked. I just took the inverter out from there, since I'm not going to be using an inverter powered off of the accessory battery when I'm driving. Just doesn't make sense to me, since my plan is to set up a whole solar system that will have an inverter, and I'll have power to this thing the whole time I'm driving. So if I really wanted to, I could plug whatever I need to plug in just about anywhere. So like there's outlets there, outlets back there, Matter of fact, let me show you all the outlets. So, we have one up here. We have one up here. We have two here. We have one here by the bed. We have one here in the washroom. So, since there aren't any up at the front, I guess that's why they put it there. But if I want to charge my phone, I can just use cigarette port and that'll do it for me. If I need to plug anything else in, I can put it there, wherever. So I don't think it really matters. So yeah, I got the inverter out, and now I'm about to do my measurements for the flooring so I can see how much flooring I would need. I'm going to do one flooring for the whole place, and then I'm going to do another flooring for this area, bathroom. That will come from here to here. So it'll just be this piece and where the toilet is. And I'm probably going to do like a concrete look, and then the rest will be wood. I could potentially just do it all the way across, and that way I'll only have a seam here. But I think if I just did it like that, and I had the wood on this side, it would really make it seem like bathroom and then bedroom. There would be a split instead of just all one here. Considering I don't really have bedroom space, it's just my bed, my storage, more closet storage area, and then my living area. So the bathroom floor is my bedroom floor, like, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do there. I'd like there to be a divide though, and I think it would look good. Anyhow, we're going to get to measuring, and I'm also probably going to measure this wall, see how much tile I'd need, and yeah, we'll get that done, get that out of the way, and then I think I'm going to seal those windows that I mentioned earlier, and then get up on the roof. So, talk to you guys in a bit.
Grand rising, wake up. Had to set the vibe when I wake up, man, it's all conscious. Yeah, we gon' raise the vibe all the way to the top, that's just how we riding. Yeah, we just here to spread love to everybody, shit, we stay sliding. Yo, grand rising. Brought that sage up in here to set that vibe up. You not alone on your journey, I'm beside you. And it's a good day once you make your mind up. You can't be in tune with everything that's around you, but if it's good vibe, you know it's a thumbs up. Nowadays,
Okay, so I got my measurements for the whole floor. I'll calculate my square footage later. I've pretty much made up my mind on my paint, and I've decided what I'm going to do in the bathroom because I was really unsure initially what I was going to do there. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the tub out. But with that being said, if I show you underneath, the tub sits on foam and the drain goes there, but it goes up through there, so they have it come down around, and there's a block plate that's underneath the floor. You can access that from the outside if you drill it off. And then all of the wiring and plumbing goes around the side and then back around this way. And that's why there's this raise here. Everything goes there, under the toilet, and then out of here, and then to the breaker panel, which is right there. And then the plumbing just continues around through here to the fresh water tank. So the fresh water goes initially to this sink first, then to this tub, then around to this sink last. So if I do put in a shower pan, like a steel pan or something, and I drop it, I would have to move the drain somehow from here to there, or I relocate this straight down and then put it into the gray water tank some way else. So there's that issue I have to mitigate. And then there's the whole wire and hose wrap around the back thing that I'd have to figure out. I'd either have to build out the wall a bit, just a tad, so that the pan doesn't go all the way to the back and there's still travel room, and same with here, so I can funnel it all around and then just have the pan be like this big or something, however much space I'd need, which would still be enough because it would still be bigger than this, because this takes up so much space and this takes up so much space I can't use it unless I sat down on it. So, and I would love to get it to be lower, because this is like 4 inches maybe of foam. If I could drop that even like by half, it would help me out a lot, because I'd have the headroom I need to shower properly. Like if I were to stand in here right now, here's the shower head, and here's my head. So my head is literally touching the ceiling. But yeah, so we'll figure that out. But I know kind of what I want to do now. I got the measurements for the sink, the tub, the toilet area, and yeah, I'm happy with the progress I made inside today. I do want to get a little vacuum in before the day ends, but that can be done whenever. So I think now I'm gonna do the windows. I think I'd be happier if I got that done than go up on the roof. Ideally I get both done, but we'll see. So I'll see you there. Peace. Okay, so change of plans. I don't think I'm going to do the windows today, because it got a lot later, a lot faster than I was expecting, and I actually got sidetracked and I took the board out from under the sink because I ran out of time last week and I couldn't get that done. I'll show you what that's looking like. There was honestly a lot of mold on the board that I took out, which I'll show you in a second. This doesn't look too terrible. There definitely is some minor mold in the back, but right here the board was rotted, so I scraped it all out. As you can see here is foam, and that's the metal frame. So I'm gonna have to replace this board or put another board on top of it, and then put some like FRP board or something to keep this from happening again. I'm probably gonna go to the hardware store and get some mold killer just in case. Put it down there And hopefully when I was taking the board out, not too many spores spread and I don't get any more mold in here. I really hope that I can just get rid of it now and that'll be that. There's not really any moisture in here, so I don't think the spores could survive. They basically eat moisture. Just needs warmth and moisture to grow. Obviously it's warm, but it's not wet anywhere other than in the bathtub, so I wiped it all and dried it all up so that there's no moisture anywhere in here, and if spores did spread, then they should just die off. But yeah, I'll show you that board, and I think I'm just gonna go get the mold killer, and then it's hard to say what I'll do next. Maybe I'll have time to either get up on the roof or do the windows, but I also got something, and I'll show you guys that in a bit. But here's the board. As you can see, it's a lot of black mold. Just it's quite disturbing, honestly. But I want to show you something. So I got some pallets, and in case you don't know, pallet wood is always hit or miss, and these ones aren't too bad. There's different sizes, different textures, colors. I'll probably get 6, 8, 10. I'll probably get 12 boards, decent boards out of it, 10 at least, and I'm going to be using it to face the interior cab area here. So that's what I'm going to use to finish this off. It'll be here and then here across, and then all the woods will meet here. Probably gonna trim this in, just get a jigsaw or something, and then I'm gonna put a piece of wood here, like a little trim piece around to seal it off and make it look seamless. Probably here as well. Actually, yes, definitely there, not probably. And then hopefully it'll come down there and seal everything off. And I'm gonna have to take this top board out so that I can lift these screws out of this board, the middle one, and then I can place my pallet boards, put these screws back down, it'll grab them, and I won't have to do much else other than drill in for these. But for the complete edge, it'll be locked in, so I'll do that probably tomorrow or something. Well, I'll get started. I'm gonna have to take the pallets apart, which I might do tonight, and then I'm gonna have to really sand them, and then I want to coat them. So there is quite a lot to do there in that respect, but it'll be a pretty simple project. So I think what I'm gonna do is go to the store, get the mold killer, spray that down here, maybe a bit under the bed, just to be safe around the tub area. I mean, if there's none there, it can't hurt, but if there is, then it'll take care of it. And maybe in here. But seems pretty good. So yeah, mostly just under there, possibly a bit towards underneath the sink, the fridge. But yeah, and then maybe in this back corner here and over there. But I probably should have sprayed the board before taking it out just to kill it off so the spores don't spread, but I think everything will be fine. But yeah, so that's where my head's at. And then tomorrow I can do the windows, go up on the roof, and handle those pallets, getting them sanded down probably. That's how tomorrow's gonna look. And then yeah, we'll go from there. What's up, guys? I just got back from the hardware store and I got some concrobium mold control. This seemed to be the best option. There was a lot of other ones that say they prevent or they remove mold stains. Sorry, I'm tired. Yeah, they say they remove mold stains, but this is one that says it kills mold and also prevents mold and mildew as well. Basically it says that this solution kills, cleans, and prevents mold, and it gets rid of musty odors. It wasn't too bad in here anymore, but initially it smelled like a boat in here. So yeah, it dries on the surface to form an invisible antimicrobial shield that safely and effectively stops mold. And it's a natural bleach-free product, which without harmful chemicals, so I'm all for that. And yeah, it also says that it recommends for use inside RVs as well, so can't go wrong there. And basically you just apply on whatever area until it's evenly wet, allow it to dry overnight, and then if there's still mold spores you can wipe it off in the morning or whatever with a rag that's like wet with this stuff. So yeah, like a concrobium dampened cloth, it says. So yeah, basically it provides like a protective layer from mold being able to grow in the future as well. So it definitely seems like the way to go. I found what I wanted to read you guys. I skipped over it. Basically, it says that it's ideal for pre-treating building materials for mold resistance during construction or renovation. So, as I read that, I figured I would spray down, I'll let some mosquitoes in. I would spray down all of the exposed wood as if I've just laid it in. So I sprayed all of this subfloor, I sprayed all of the framing for the bed, I sprayed around the edges, I sprayed the back wall, sprayed in all the corners, sprayed under the fridge area, and of course I sprayed under the sink. It is pitch black, so I know you can't see that. Yeah, I sprayed all in here, and we're just letting it soak overnight, and then I'll come back in the morning and I'll give it a nice scrub. So I sprayed all that, and I sprayed all up here as well, the whole thing. You can see that it's wet still some areas. Sprayed all the edges, and I sprayed in here as well, and a bit in this back corner, and I sprayed all the framing for both of them. So whether or not it was going to spread, it definitely won't now, and I've killed it all, so I can safely work there. I should have done it sooner, like before I took that board out, but you live and learn. So that's where I'm going to end this evening, I think. It's gotten a bit too dark to get on the roof. I'm definitely not doing the windows today because it's pitch black outside almost. And I could dismantle the panels in the garage, but we'll see in the morning, I guess, whether they're apart or not. So, peace out. I'll see you then.